Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is January the 20th, 2019. Strong hand. Value your wealth in Bitcoin. Offended by selling. Be a unique beast. Unconfiscatable. World reserve cryptocurrency. That's Bitcoin, baby. You're at the One Bitcoin Show. It all starts with one Bitcoin. Get that first Bitcoin. All right, check out the links below. Everything I talk about in this video is linked to below. DisruptMeister.com. Watch all my old videos. Measure your time in halvings. Oh, yeah, 2020 halving coming soon. So I want to recommend everyone follow me on Twitter at TechBalt, TechBalt, and check out TechBalt.com because you can see This Week in Bitcoin, all my This Week in Bitcoin shows. We had a great one on Friday. It's linked to below. Jeet, Farzam, and Gabriel were on. Gabriel didn't get to talk that much because he was having some difficulties in Venezuela. Hopefully we'll get him back in the next few days, but they're experiencing a lot of insanity in Venezuela. Leading up to January 23rd, apparently, is a big day down there. I want to thank Colonel Swan Jr. over at Bitbacker. I am Bitcoin Meister at Bitbacker, and he sent me $5 in Bitcoin there in support of this channel. So you can support me at Bitbacker. Thank you, Colonel Swan Jr. It's a way to fund people. It's not Patreon, it's Bitbacker, and it uses crypto. And remember, this is your daily dose of strong hand. That's what you get on this channel. Every day I'm making these darn videos. Yesterday was the Beyond Bitcoin show. That was a lot of fun. Check that out, of course. I want to warn everyone. In the comment section, I've noticed in my videos, I've had to erase fake accounts, people pretending to be content creators. They use their names. Like, it'll be a name that looks like Adam Meister and it'll have my face, but it's not really Adam Meister. So be careful when you're reading those comments in the comment sections. If you see some weird ones by your favorite content creators, they're probably not by your, there's a lot of people, the spam out there on YouTube is, yeah, it's out there and they get creative sometimes. So I erase it when I recognize it as fake stuff, but sometimes it can slip through, people pretending to be other people. That is unfortunate. Just keep your eyes open, people. All right. And of course, pound that like button. So hopefully you were playing that all at 2x because, a lot of people don't like to hear the intro, but you can get through this very fast if you play stuff at 2x. Now, on Twitter, the great Alistair Milne had a statement, and it was an inspirational statement. He says, and no, I am not a Bitcoin maximalist / extremist, simply an altcoin skeptic. How about that as a new term, people? People say, you're a Bitcoin extremist, you're a Bitcoin maximalist. No, I'm just an altcoin skeptic. It's a very nice way of saying it. But I'm not very confident in these altcoins. Very skeptical. 99% of them trash. Hey, that's another way of putting it. And it's an interesting perspective. So use the term altcoin skeptic and pound that like button. Also, I wanted to quote Gabriel about the 23rd of January. We expect revolts and marching and maybe riots starting the 23rd of January. Venezuela, lots of fun for the whole family. Hold on to that Bitcoin tight down there, dudes. And we got to get Gabriel on before then. There's all sorts of issues. The internet goes down. Craziness. Okay, moving on. So I missed this story, I think because of This Week in Bitcoin. Coinstar press release. It now offers the ability to buy Bitcoin at Coinstar kiosks And I have 2 articles about it, actually. I have the press release. Coinstar machines will start selling Bitcoin at the grocery store. Okay, now, where I'm from in Baltimore, they don't have Coinstar machines, but they do have Coinstar machines in Los Angeles, I noticed. And you can check out the links below. You can see the map of where they have these machines. And what the Coinstar machine is you take a bunch of change and you throw it in there, and they give you, I think, store credits sometimes, or they give you dollar bills. I don't know. Well, you can't dump your change in there for Bitcoin. And again, they haven't implemented this yet, but it will be in California soon, and maybe in your country. I don't know. But you'll be able to put cash into the machine, and you're going to be able to get Bitcoin, which is good, which is positive. And there'll be a certain limit. There'll be a certain, I think you got to give a cell phone. Who knows? They might KYC it up eventually. We shall see. But one thing that was fascinating, I'm thinking about in East Hollywood, when I'm staying in East Hollywood, and I looked up, there's like 3 places right near East Hollywood that have these machines. I looked it up, and these are there's a lot of immigrants, to say the least, in East Hollywood, to say the least. So, you can like walk into Vons or Albertsons or wherever the Coinstar machine is, any of those supermarkets, and buy a bunch of Bitcoin. And then, you take the money, the cash that you were paid under the table to clean that dude's house in West Hollywood, and then you turn it to Bitcoin, and then you send it to your brother-in-law in Guatemala. This is very interesting. And you just avoid using Western Union. There you go. Thank you, Coinstar there. The Guatemalans and Mexicans are saying in the LA area. Hey, man, this might be something. They're on to something here. I don't try to blow these stories out of proportion, but it is fascinating. When I'm taking a look at where these places actually are, where these machines are actually located in the LA area, what can happen? We shall see. I'll believe it when I see it. And next time in LA, I'll see if those things are actually working. And if you're in the LA area, tell me. And check out the links below for Coinstar to see if there's one near you in LA, if you want to play around with it, I guess, see if it's implemented yet. Here's an article from Bitcoinist. No, before I get there. There's an article from the Bitcoinist. Eric Voorhees and Shapeshift aided 60 law enforcement inquiries in 2018. Eric Voorhees reveals. So yeah, people are disappointed. Shapeshift went from becoming this rebel company to aiding 60 law enforcement inquiries in 2018. Hey, people, it's centralized. It's bound to happen, okay? It's bound to happen. Only Bitcoin itself doesn't snitch on you, okay? Bitcoin, it doesn't snitch. Pound that like button. Okay, going on. And again, snitch is there's a lot of bad. I shouldn't use that word, but hey, whatever. It's funny when you use it for Bitcoin doesn't snitch. I don't want to say Eric Voorhees is a snitch. I'm not saying that. And again, snitch is used by some really dirty people out there. And you say, you're a snitch, and then they kill you. It's disgraceful. Some people who use that word do. Okay, moving on. It's late. It's almost 1 a.m. here in Tel Aviv. So, where was I? Yeah, Medium post by Tamis Bloomer. He's a German guy, I think. Tell me a use case that works only with Lightning Network. I took the challenge and found one with augmented reality. So I read this dude's article. He's talking about this augmented reality that eventually might be popular. You'll be wearing some glasses, and it'll make the world seem a little brighter and point things out to you, like what time it is, or that go into that store. You have to read the article for yourself. But he makes a pretty good argument on why a Lightning Network could power that. Or could enhance augmented reality. Read the story. Hey, the guy is getting pretty creative here. I give him credit. And that's what Bitcoin and Lightning Network are all about. There are gonna be some innovations we cannot even fathom right now. So he's on the right track with trying to tie in augmented reality into the Lightning Network. And good luck. So I'm on yesterday's show. I'm going to tie in a Beyond Bitcoin show into the One Bitcoin show here. I mentioned a guy named Sam Vaknin, and he deals with narcissistic personality disorder. And that was a subject for yesterday's show because people in this world so many people are becoming narcissists and they're worshiping themselves, and it's terrible. But he also did a Bitcoin video. The guy's a pretty smart guy. And he did the video about a year ago. And I do not agree with a lot of it. But I'm putting it out there because it's a different opinion. And it is, some of the things have already been proven wrong. Some of the things he said. Played at 2x, okay? Definitely played it at 2x because it's long. But one good point that he made, and it opened my mind a little bit more. Because again, sometimes your mind can be open when you watch a video by a smart person who you don't agree with, okay? And to say the least, I do not agree. He said, Bitcoin will eventually die, or there'll be that's an interesting. He says Bitcoin's not a scam. It's not a Ponzi scheme, but he gave some reasons why he thought it would not last, why all cryptocurrency as a whole will completely change in 10 years. And again, he's had some bad experiences with different governments, so he kind of fears the government. And he thinks that the government will be able to do things with Bitcoin. Okay, the point is, he talks about alternative finance, okay? And that Bitcoin can dominate this niche market, okay? And that banks and governments, they don't really care about alternative finance that much. In fact, banks will they enjoy alternative. They're not going to mess with alternative finance because there's not that much money in it. But if endeavors get funded by alternative financial means, then the next thing they're going to do is go to the banks and ask for a loan. So again, in theory, so if Bitcoin can dominate alternative finance, like right now we've got all of those fundraising platforms. I can't even think of their names right now. And you get a little piece of the pie. I mean, but Bitcoin could wipe all of those out and dominate that, for these small little companies. And, again, not big cryptocurrency already kind of experimented in alternative finance with ICOs. That didn't go so well. But I mean, there are some pretty simple implementations with Bitcoin you can have in the alternative finance realm. And, it really may thrive there. So I did like how he brought that up in the video. What was this? Oh yeah, no, never mind. And it is alternative finance is a growing financial industry. Okay, definitely a lot of people are financing their endeavors by various different means, by not going to the traditional finance players like banks. What's I can't even think of the name of the big company. What's the big company that does the alternative finance now? They raise. I'm tired. All right, but anyway, Bitcoin could dominate over there. So here is the Whale Panda tweets this out, and it's kind of a warning because there's an article out there. Someone on the darknet market claims to be selling KYC information from Binance, Poloniex, Bittrex, Bitfinex. Smells like FUD, since that would mean all four got hacked or were using the same third party to do the KYC. And it turns out that this story's been out there for like 6 months. It's like 6-month-old FUD, but was just published in some online crypto publication of some sort. So don't panic, people, about that. That does sound like something that's just didn't happen, especially since it's been floating around for 6 months. We shall see, but you might have read headlines about that. Big, people trying to get you to click on their videos. What was it? Some clickbait about this. You could make some big clickbait out of this, and in fact, this publication did that. So he's warning. Whale Panda is warning that it is probably just FUD. Don't worry about it. Hey, JW Weatherman, I have one of his tweets below. He is now he has some videos of his that previously were not free. They're out there. His cypherpunk videos, lectures are now available. So click on his link below there. That was nice of him. And yeah, JW has been, people have asked about JW. He hasn't been on the show for a while because it's a 10-hour time difference now between where he is, his undisclosed location, where I am. So it's like it's not working out for This Week in Bitcoin to get him on. It's the middle of the night where he is when I'm doing This Week in Bitcoin. We might have to do This Week in Bitcoin on a Thursday night here in Israel to maybe get some other dude, because I'm going to be here in Israel till March 13th. We got a lot of weeks left, which is great. I love being here in Tel Aviv. But it's harder to get guests. I can't get like any North American guests. It's very difficult getting North American guests for This Week in Bitcoin when I'm in Israel. Just putting that out there. I put that out there before, so for those of you wondering. But it's cool because I've gotten a lot of guests from Europe and Africa, and I love having people from all over the world and getting different guys on there and different guys and gals on there that you don't usually that you're not usually hearing. I mean, I hope you guys are learning. I mean, guys like Jeet. I mean, he is not many people know who Jeet is, but this dude is a smart. I mean, watch the video from yesterday. And then Farzam in South Africa. I mean, he's a big name in South Africa. People know him in South Africa, but not everybody knows him here in the entire world. So I love having guys like that on the show. And of course, you guys all know Gabriel. It was a good show. Check it out Friday. All right. I love all my guests. I put people on because I think they're very interesting, and I'm learning from them too. I learn something every show. I love the This Week in Bitcoin show. Pound that like button. Okay. And in the past, I've had a few people on that I regret having on, and they're never coming back again. But I'm not perfect with picking the people. But if I learn if someone is someone that I would not associate with, then I get rid of them. I cut them. That's it. It's that simple. You never hear from them again. And again, some people, because it's hard. It's hard to get some people back on schedules, and some people don't. Some people are a little shy, to tell you the truth. Okay, there have been people on that have been on before that have been shy and they're like, oh, I can't go on again. They've done great job. So continuing. Here's a great tweet from La Quen. But instead of having a president's face, it is online like your video game characters. It works with a secret password so that the only person who can do, not a bank or a king. That's how you explain it to a kid, Bitcoin to a kid. But I like that part. The only person who can move it is you, nor a king. Yeah, pound that like button. Speaking about people that have been on the show before who are freaking awesome, who you might have not heard of before, but now have become more popular. Arjun. Arjun's been on my This Week in Bitcoin show about 2 times. He was on. People knew him, but I mean, his reputation has grown a lot since then. And he writes for the block, and he's got another great, highly regarded article out there about the Lightning Network. Latest piece is on the massive Lightning infrastructure build out we're seeing. It'll be a big year with improvements coming across liquidity, privacy, usability, and security. So if you guys love Lightning Network, read this freaking article by Arjun. It's a good one. Lots of information for you people. Again, I don't mention these. I say click on the links below. I'm serious about that, dudes. Check it out. That's it. This is the class. You're in the class right now. You got to do your homework. That's the links below. You got to do your homework. Individual, and your hand becomes much stronger, and you become the notorious BTC. Notorious BIG. Remember that dude? He was pretty massive. Okay, so here with this. Yeah, I think he had a lot of carbs. Yeah, so he wasn't a faster like the Meister. All right, fasting. Try it out, dudes. Intermittent fasting. Yeah, I was just at the Tel Aviv Bitcoin Embassy. I love going there on Sunday nights. Again, if you're in I meet someone new there every time. There's always a new person there. It's a great time. Great. I met a reporter there tonight. There's one guy. he's pretty high up in the BSV community, apparently. I'm realizing, I mean, he's hanging out with fake Toshi and stuff. This dude, you meet all sorts of people, dude, when you get out there into the real world. Yeah, so yeah, the Tel Aviv Bitcoin Embassy, there's a BSV guy. He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. You know, Lorian Gamarov's a BSV guy also. He's a nice guy. I'm not a BSV guy, again. You haven't heard much about BSV lately, have you? Yeah, I guess the fake Toshi has calmed down a little bit, right? I don't know. Just everyone's just stopped. You know, you ignore when someone's screaming about nonsense. Eventually, you ignore them. Yoki, what is this? Oh, this is Matt Odell. I got two more things here. Bear with me here. He says Binance, when it comes to regulatory arbitrage, the plan is to support fiat legal entities based in different countries around the world. They will only support Bitcoin and Ethereum to reduce regulatory hurdles. So yeah, there's an article about Binance. They got this master plan and Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's pretty good. I give them credit. They are centralized. They are a centralized entity, but they are setting up in many different jurisdictions. So if one still be in another jurisdiction, they got a plan. They got a plan. I mean, it would take a lot of countries to shut them down. Dealing with all sorts of different. I mean, it's hard to do to set up bases in all these different countries. I think in 8 different countries, but they're trying it, and maybe they'll be the big winner in the exchange game in the end. I don't know. Again, in the end of the day, they are centralized, though. Bitcoin itself is not, though. Okay, is this the last thing? Yeah. This is about Venezuela. I get emails from Professor Hankey, Stephen Hankey. He's actually at Johns Hopkins, but on the financial side, you don't hear about that. And that's in Baltimore, where I'm from. And he does. I don't think he even likes Bitcoin that much. He's one of those blockchain, not Bitcoin guys, and which is what you'll see here. He's got a press release out. I linked to it below. AirTM to raise and distribute $1 million for hyperinflation battered Venezuelans. Steve Hankey, the world's leading hyperinflation expert, and he does know a lot about hyperinflation. I'll give him that. Hyperinflation expert and professor of applied economics at the Johns Hopkins University, spearheads a campaign to raise $1 million in cryptocurrency for impoverished Venezuelans. The AirTM platform will be used to distribute cryptocurrency donations to 100,000 Venezuelans suffering from the world's only ongoing hyperinflation. Okay, to me, it sounds like a complete waste of time. I mean, why not just send them Bitcoin? Why have this AirTM? I don't know why he is into this AirTM thing. I think he likes stable coins. He's not a Bitcoin guy. Anyway, I link to it below. He knows what's going on in Venezuela. He wants to help the Venezuelans. I don't think this is the best way to do it. I think at the same time, I mean, he's involved with this company. He wants it to pump. He wants whatever coin or whatever they're trying to do to pump. And he does want to help the Venezuelans. This is not the way to do it at all. I have always said, and I know Maximo has agreed, you know, get some people in Venezuela to do some work for you and pay them in Bitcoin. They can do online work for you. They definitely can do online work for you. I don't know what this AirTM thing is about. Check it out. It's linked to below. And tell Mr. Hyperinflation expert Steve Hankey, get on the Bitcoin train, dude. You're almost there, man. You're almost there. He's got some good articles sometimes about other countries. He's not always. Whatever. I'm giving you some different opinions today. I talked about Vankin beforehand. I'm talking about Hankey now. You know what I'm all about. I'm about pounding that freaking like button, having that strong hand, that 2020 halving, deferral of gratification. I'm going to watch a video after this before I go to sleep. Some like simple steps of deferral of gratification. Just some video randomly popped up on my feed, and I'm going to check it out afterwards. Anyway, everybody, that's about it for now. New show here every single day. I'm Adam Meister, Bitcoin Meister, Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video, check out the notes section below. Bang that bell button, click on those squares. Yeah, disruptmeister.com. See you guys in the chat right about now.